Hi guys, so today I'm gonna be talking about my story. Specifically my CAP life or my CAP life. So here it is. Enjoy. So, I believe that in one person's life there's that one person or one thing that had an enormous impact on how we turn out to be, aside from, the moment we were born. I guess that important thing can be, a lot of things. And maybe it could be, your mom, your dad, your best friend. But I guess for me, that one thing was Civil Air Patrol. And now, if you know me, you probably know that I can talk about Civil Air Patrol non-stop. Like, seriously, it's kind of a free advertisement. And if you were, at a recruitment booth at one of an air show or something or another, then my explanation of CAP would be sort of like this. Civil Air Patrol is a non-profit organization that sometimes serves as the auxiliary of the Air Force. Our three missions are aerospace education, emergency services, and cadet programs. There are many leadership opportunities for young teenagers to experience. Bring your kid and come to our squadron meetings on Tuesdays at 7. Smile and then repeat. However, I feel like CAP is so much more than that. It's more about the, people you meet and the growth you experience when you're in the program. Before I go into detail about my experience, however, here's a small history lesson. Now, around 1938 and 1941, we all know that's near the time of the World War II. Axis powers and the United States was rising in tension, and many citizens worried about how the US was going to fit in this world warfare equation. And with the increasing possibility of Germany, Italy, and Japan launching an attack on America, many aviators wanted to join in the effort to protect against the alliance. Some joined the Canadians, others joined the British, and some signed up in the Navy or the Army. However, they all had the same idea in mind. Only by strengthening aerial combat power does the US have a chance at protecting herself. Those who did not join the armed forces decided to look at the civilian aspect of air power. One of these people was Mr. Gil Rob Wilson, a native of New Jersey. Now, Mr. Wilson was one of the first people to urge the government to allow civilian aircraft to be a part of protecting America's borders. With that in mind, Mr. Wilson founded the New Jersey Civil Air Defense Services, and with the backing of General Arnold, who was in charge of the Army Air Corps at the time, the New Jersey Air Defense began receiving missions to ensure security for vital assets in the U.S. That could be a potential target for attack, for example, dams and other utilities. Afterwards, more and more states started to form own civilian air defense unit. With the increasing formation of such units, the leaders of this movement decided to propose a plan for an official national program that oversees all of these defense units. Finally, after months of preparation, President Roosevelt officially authorized the creation of Civil Air Patrol on December 1st, 1941, 6 days before the attack on Pearl Harbor. And after the attack, tensions arose and the Civil Air Patrol began to receive more missions from the Army to patrol the coast, looking for German U-boats on the East Coast and watching out for potential Japanese attacks from the West Coast. Afterwards, about a year later, on October 1st, 1942, the cadet program was added to CAP. Young men and women were allowed to join the cadet program right out of high school. As it was during World War II, a time when women were also becoming increasingly important in society, the Civil Air Patrol allowed for women to further gain the equality that they deserved. Members of the Civil Air Patrol assisted with border patrol, communications, and preparing America's youth in leadership and military skills. After the war, the focus of Civil Air Patrol switched to the cadets and the younger generation, because the tension was still present throughout the world with the Cold War and other wars. The cadets were trained further in their leadership qualities in case another war happened to break out. Encampments, boot camp like summer activity, were held to train cadets to be the leaders of tomorrow. In addition, the space race was an important factor that boosted Civil Air Patrol's aviation aspect. Cadets were learning about the dynamics of flight, rocketry, space, and more. In a way, Civil Air Patrol increased the nation's focus on space race as well, especially the youth. Throughout the years, Civil Air Patrol has been training cadets and shaping leaders. Although many people may not know about this program, many important figures have been members of Civil Air Patrol. For example, the first female Thunderbird pilot, and also many important members of the Air Force Command Staff, as well as civilians, such as Mr. Wayne Brown, who is currently an employee of Apple. He has been a member of Civil Air Patrol since the 70s, being involved in multiple Civil Air Patrol activities, and being the only cadet to have served as the encampment cadet commander for 2 years. He was a spots cadet, which means he reached the grade of cadet colonel, which is the highest grade a cadet can receive in the program. And not only is he an important figure in our squadron, he is also a personal mentor of mine. Now, this has been all good and all, but how do I play into this equation? Let's talk about my story. I joined Civil Air Patrol in the fall of 2011 in September. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed me had no clue what was going on, except that there were a lot of teenagers in really cool uniforms. I attended the Texas Winter Encampment of 2011 and experienced for the first time what it meant to be part of a team, a family of brothers and sisters from all different backgrounds, but moving towards a common goal. After moving back to California, the first thing I did was look for a squadron near Fremont. This happened to be Squadron 36 down in San Jose. I felt myself grow from a shy little shrimp to today's cadet commander. I've been to 3 encampments, and through that, met many good friends of mine throughout California, which I never would have gotten the chance to if not for Silver Patrol. Well, I do know that in the future I may have to leave Silver Patrol because of age or college or other reasons. But I don't think that'll be the end of my road. You know, down the cliff, life goes on. Silver Patrol has shaped me to be who I am. It will always be a part of me, a part of my story. So, you know, is this the end, or is it just the beginning? Thanks for watching, guys.